everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Thursday. It is just past 9:01 a.m. in the morning for me. We're cozy, we're comfy, we're having a keep it chill kind of day, and it's going to be a little bit of a short stream. I'm streaming 2 hours today instead of 3 because raid testing this afternoon, and I want lots of time to make sure I'm ready and then I can squeeze into some group somewhere. How's everybody doing? CB, thank you very much for the 64-month resub. Hi there. Hi, Jake. How you doing? Hello. Hi, Ria. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to I was just picking up, I noticed I had some mail, and I was like, I don't want to let my auction house gold expire. Who gets it then? If you sold something, but you don't pick it up, I'm pretty sure that just goes to Ian's character, and he doesn't need it. How you doing? Today, I want to kind of a paradox. I want to chill by doing a 10 key, but I'm gonna look for some on my priest. I think I want to just sneak into something. She's got buckets of gear, oodles even. Her transmog's fire. Look, it's got little fires on it. It's gonna be great. I only need, I think, 3 more 10s timed as a DPS for enterprising damage dealer. I don't think I'm going to get all of them done in 2 hours, but I think we can get at least 1. Maybe 2, depending on how it goes. I'm just going to like see if I can worm my way into something. It is kind of gloomy out. I feel bad as soon as the kids got off school for summertime, as the neighborhood kids have caught me up on. The weather just decided it wasn't going to be summer anymore. We had like a heat wave. We had sunny days for ages. And then as soon as the kids were out, it's just like gloomy and it's going to rain. How's the tanking project? I mean, I haven't given up on it. It's kind of coming along. I'm noticing that whenever I do log on to Anthus, though, to get him something, I find a way to do anything but a 10. You know, I'll do my 6s. I'll do my 8s. I did my time walking. I got a time walking item. Pretty much I did his Overcharged delve to get his belt upgrade, but pretty much anything that's not doing a 10 is fair game, and anything that is doing a 10 has not happened yet. I haven't even tried. I think I'm kind of procrastinating on that, though, waiting for... I'm just going to edit that. Waiting for friends to kind of come back around, although I shouldn't count on that, because if, you can't count on anything in the world. I may need to pug it. Burn at a candle king. That's actually not a bad trinket. I'm trying to just clear up some space, but there's all this account bound gear and it's just drowning my war bank. Oh man, these bags, man. Here, master keys. I don't really want any of this dastardly duos stuff. I'm sure I'll need a little bit of like the clock or something, but don't want any of that. Oh, there's a podium upgrade for scrappiest. I don't even know what that means. All right, lovely. The keys I am looking for. Let's track the achievement that I'm working on. Enterprising damage dealer. This is, of course, part of the triple threat achievement. I need Floodgate, Theater of Pain, or Motherlode. I'm going to DPS them, which means I'm going to get into my DPS dungeon spec. Get 92 Fahrenheit here. Way too hot for outside. Ooh, yeah, no good. Not a good day to be tacking stuff onto roofs. Not that you are, but I'm hoping nobody is. Like, not in that kind of heat. That's how you turn yourself into a fried egg. Okay, we can maybe sell a bloody perch. Of those 3 dungeons, I am most afraid of Floodgate. I am least afraid of Theater of Pain. Even though Theater of Pain is one that I have pugged and failed before, it wasn't my fault. I played perfectly. I did not, but I am confident in my ability to do that one. I just have to get into the right group for it. Floodgate, I am somewhat confident, but like, do Floodgate first. Oh, man. I don't know if I'm going to listen to you. I got to figure out if you woke up on the crabby side of the bed or not. Went from mid-90s to 68. 20 Celsius. I didn't mind it so much being a little cool. It was like 14 Celsius outside this morning when we went on our walk, and it was nice. I just wore my hoodie. I love a sweater, so I'm fine with that. It's not like it was wet yet or anything. But I feel bad for all the kids that like have been dreaming of summer, and then this is the summer they're starting with. Okay, so we're going to look for whatever we can get into that's within one of those 3. We're not going to pick like a specific order. We want to do 10 specifically. There's a Motherlode, and I'm DPSing. They say they're a 3k ult. I'm inclined to be believing. Motherlode, Theater of Pain. Yep, Theater of Pain. Or Floodgate is the third one. My key is a Theater of Pain, so I could knock down my key and I could pug it, and that way I can take whoever I want. Up to and including Flabby. They've only done a 4 Floodgate. But I don't, it's easier to just do this. Okay, this is a Motherlode. Perfect. Let's say hi. Oh. Tank's gone. What, they invade me and the tank leaves? What's the big idea? I might wait for them to get another tank before I port there, just in case it doesn't come together. Much like they believe you are 3k DPS. Listen, I could be a 3k DPS. I could do it. There we go. Got some room in these bags. Holy moly. I don't like walking around with a bunch of garbage. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, mid-30s, suddenly 20 on Tuesday, head exploding. Oh, I need to remember today as well. At some point, maybe after this key, which will hopefully come together, I would love to do a Ahoon. Frostlord Ahoon. Would be great. Hand crank fuel tank. I feel like I walked into a room full of people and I was just like, hi. And then big tank just like looks at me and goes, absolutely not. And just turns around and leaves. Doesn't even say anything. Happy you went down to 70 Fahrenheit today. On your way to B1. Oh, all right. We have a warrior. Heading to Motherlode. What I was thinking about when it comes to doing 10s on my paladin, and I guess to some extent on my priest as well, you just gotta queue up for him. You can't get too fussed about you're timing this one, you're not timing that one. You just gotta keep going, and eventually you will get them all timed. I just gotta not quit. I just gotta keep queuing up for him, and don't let the rejections and the failures get to you. Is I think gonna be the long and short of it. Gnome? Not just join 4 or 5 groups. Why is everyone bullying my group picking? These could be wonderful people. They could be secret legendary gamers. You know, they have children and pets and parents that love them very much. And I will not take this slander to people that I've never met before. Everybody's all like, oh man, I can't get into groups, this is no fair. But then you join a group or you invite somebody to a group and people are like, wow, why did you take that person? That's not very likely to succeed. What, are you stupid? And it's like, well, what do you mean? We're all gamers, man. Just, they have hopefully enough to do it. I didn't form the group. I'm just believing in the dream. What are we doing? We're looking for a flask. I'm gonna need to buy one. Oh, alchemical chaos. 5 of those. I can make them, but who would do such a thing? I use my mana oil, which is good. I've got some potions, which is good. Oh, food. I got a Hardy Belladar's bounty. That'll work. This would stop me from even trying mythics. Is it true that people go for nudie runs in the snow in winter? I mean, I'm sure somebody's done it. I've never seen such a thing. It's true that people go for nude bike rides in Portland. There's like an event. That's a thing. That I've seen. Okay. We got food. We got flask. We got mana oil. I didn't use a flask. Here's alchemical chaos. That's the stuff. Does it have a name? Oh, the naked bike ride? I don't know. I was just assuming it was naked bike ride. Seats must be musty after a long ride.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I gotta pay attention and see how the tanking goes. Because I'm gonna have to tank this too. Hi, kitty. You're so sweet. So they're going straight ahead. Kind of up the right side. And they're stopping like right there.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
Oh, I should put on details. Wow, that's a terrible details. It's not lined up. It's also not working. Current segment. There we go. Oh, I didn't manage to use my trinket. Alright, we can do better than that. Maybe these people are going to regret inviting me. Do we have any mods handy? Here, I'll grab it. Portland's World Naked Bike Ride. Does what it says in the label.
Knocking back.
Oh, thanks.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
Make me mod. What could go wrong? Oh, man. That would be one for the edges. Oh, it's this one. I gotta catch up. I'm not. I mean, maybe Phoebus is just slamming. Phoebus was the name of the hot, like, soldier from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Maybe that's the inspiration. Alt's name is Phoebus, just slept differently. Phobius, pardon me. Make me mod, but you should never give power to people who crave it. I'll try to keep like one eye on chat. We don't need very much modding here generally, although saying that is kind of a good way to jinx it. Sometimes in the past I've kind of like impulsively just like handed out a mod just to have somebody like have an eye on it. And sometimes it works great, and then sometimes I don't know. It's like awkward to like, you can't really roll it back, or you can, but it's like weird. So I'm very resonant about modding. It's kind of rare. Troll, sign of a popular stream. Do you think we've made it? Draft a chat member to be mod for the day. You'd have to tell them in advance that you're going to demod them at the end of the day, otherwise they're going to get very upset. But unless it becomes a bigger problem, I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, nobody in particular. Ujai would be a reasonable choice. I think I've offered Ujai mod before. I think he said no. Deputize them for the day. I exist. Hi, Scarlet. How you doing? Temp mod for the day. Features should be baked into Twitch, though. Yeah, so that it's... Yeah. Okay. I should pay more attention. I'm trying to, like, contribute to this group. I guess they don't have to invite me back or anything. I've never seen somebody pull it to that corner before. Okay. That's not ideal. Cooldown wise, I'm not wearing my trinket. That's part of my problem. I keep trying to use my Signet of the Priory. I'm not wearing it. Oh no. Well, that's no good. Oh dear. Well, good to take him to corner, eliminate some of the bombs.
Knocking back.
No wonder it wasn't going on cooldown. Gotta do the best you can. Yeah, I mean, my trinkets are fine. They're not bad trinkets. I have a reverb radio and a moxie jug on. They're both auto proc trinkets. I had them on because they were automatic for the sake of
Frontal.
whatchamacallit, horrific visions. I didn't want to be messing around with on uses and horrific visions. Why do monks get weapons on their back? I want
Knocking
that on my
back.
ballad. Don't two-handed hammers sheath on your back? If you've got like a big old two-handed... Am I just making that up? Man, I hope raid testing goes well today. I stress about it every single time. It's just such like an unknown quantity with so many things that can go wrong. And it's not like life or death, but it's really annoying if I don't get good footage.
Frontal.
But you just gotta do your best. Not seen this tanking spot before, really like it. Yeah, it seemed to work well. Do you know or have a favorite there are blank type of people in this world joke? There are blank type of people in this world. I don't know. I don't know. Give me an example that's like reasonable. I know the joke that it's like men only want one thing and it's puppies. Because everybody likes my dog. How could you not? It's Muzzy. Take a reasonable guess at what game I've been playing. Final Fantasy? Anxiety inducing when you know it doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. Oh, Stardew. Oh no, that's just a guess. Okay. Dead by Daylight. I should pay more attention. Alright, these next packs, I'm gonna really light her up.
A gift of power.
Alright, so we're going up to the left. We're grabbing this pack. Alright, I pressed my buttons in the right order this time, so that's nice. Love that for me. We might just crack 2 milli. Two types of people in this world: those who can extrapolate from incomplete data sets. I didn't realize these were such nerd jokes. Not against a nerd joke. But that's really funny. I didn't think that was where we were going.
A gift of power.
Man. Every time I'm like looking at a mount journal on PTR or like a dungeon journal and I see like a typo or just like a common misspelling of a word, every time I want to just like throw my hands in the air and be like, I thought we were supposed to be nerds. How can you not type and or spell? But that's just me being, I don't ever say that because that's not very nice. It happens to everybody, but gets me every time. PTR testing today and tomorrow. Hasn't happened yet. Ask me on Saturday. Hopefully good. Says the person who cannot draw a triangle to save their life. Is that you or me? Which one of us can't do triangles? Not every nerd is a linguist. Well, it bothers me that they're not.
Dispel. Dispel.
What if it's not Saturday now? It's not allowed to be Saturday. Mostly on the phone versus the keyboard. Yeah, that's fine. Typos, I feel like, look very different from misspellings. I feel like you can't always tell, but you can often tell. Also, like, Twitch chat is a very different format from, like, I don't know, like the Mountain Journals. Feels like something that you would maybe look at. You're typing, like, 3 sentences. Maybe have a quick little second scan. On a Nerva Mythic. Oh! That wasn't so much about drawing triangles. That was like threading beads versus being the bead in the friendship bracelet. It was just a concept that wasn't quite getting through. Because, like, I could be a triangle. I just didn't know if I needed to be the point or the plane. I say defensively about a boss that we raid tested like 3 years ago.
Watch your step.
Oh, man. I was glad I did it, though, because it made me a lot better at it when we went to go do it on Heroic. Because it was Mythic grade testing. That was the only time that I've ever actually had to do Mythic grade testing. Because I completely missed the boss. For something stupid like a dentist appointment. I completely missed the boss on Heroic grade testing. Or maybe it just didn't happen, didn't come together. Dental health, sheesh. I know, I should have just let the teeth rot. Who needs teeth when there's raid guides? Nerva raid testing probably mid-2020. Oh, don't do me like that. Don't remind me about the passage of time. Oh,
Target
no.
change.
There we go. There's the Earth Raider. Aggressively lick food to eat it. You cannot get raid time back. I used to be, and I kind of still am, so paranoid about my raid guide footage, like about the footage I would record at a raid testing, because I was like, if I lose these files, I'm toast. So I will copy them to like a flash drive and have them on the computer. I can't put them in the cloud because, I mean, I can, but they're like huge.
Right.
It's like hundreds of gigs.
Target change.
But I will typically have them in a hard and a hard copy in multiple places, one of which being portable in case I need to like evacuate for a fire or something, and I make make sure I know where it is.
Wasn't necessary.
Oh, it was so close. That's what I get for talking. I've said like 4 times I need to focus, and I haven't done so yet. Hello, Miss Hazelnutty. Hi, chat. Hello. Barely flash drive in your yard of the footage. I just start wearing it around my neck, like the one ring.
Big ad.
Does the instance update the location to be here? I think it does. I just want it to tell me that in chat. Oh, it updates to be here. Haha. Okay, so he's going there and to the middle.
Interrupt.
Hi, kitty. She's being so cute. You can't see her, but she's laying on my lap. She's purring. She's snuggling in. She's a just sweetie pie.
My power is transcendent. Share in it.
I don't have another interrupt.
Watch your
I had
step.
one. I used it.
Watch your step.
Well, if I do another one of these, I'm definitely going to put my correct trinket on at least.
Interrupt. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Huh. Just getting a little worried about that.
Watch
It's so
your step.
selfish, but I get a tiny little bit of relief when someone else dies too, so I'm not the only person that died to something.
Watch your step.
Watch out for those guys behind you. Oh, okay. It's okay, they're coming.
If you wanna jump the lake, use bigger explosives! I love the smell of propellants in the morning!
My power is transcendent.
Safety first!
Evokers can do so many of those little orbies.
Target you.
The worst is if you get trapped on the far side from your team, like if you run left and they run right. There's always like a big and a small gap, so you always want to make for the big one because that's where people are going to be, but like I've definitely panicked and gone for the small gap before because it was closer to where I was standing. And then you're in trubs because it's really dangerous to run across. How was the English patient? Oh, it was lovely. It was wonderful. The book. I didn't watch the movie. I'm open to watching the movie. It just hasn't come up yet. I picked up out of a book box a compilation of short stories from English writers from kind of like sort of early 1900s to 1950s maybe.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Pretty good. Definitely
your
of the
step.
time.
Run. Watch your step.
I don't know if Kipling stands up to
Watch
modern
your step.
ideas of racism.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
What-to-do?
Watch your
Dungeness
step.
Football and Mario Sunshine mini games. Awesome. I also finally got a copy of Atomic Habits because people have been telling me to read it
Watch
for
your
ages.
step.
And I thought I had, but it turned out that I hadn't. I had just read some other books that were very similar, like Charles Duhigg, Power of Habit, B.J. Fogg, Tiny Habits. And so I got a copy.
Run.
Got a hard copy. I was all excited about it. And I've been reading it. And it's fine. But it's very much a case of like, this is a summary of the known knowledge in the field by a podcaster. He's very good. He's great presenter. Ties it together in a way that clearly speaks to people and works really well for people. And it's all good info. But if you had already read all of the source
Watch your
material that it
step.
was based off of, you're not getting a whole lot new. But maybe I'm just being too harsh on it right now. I'm often kind of harsh on books originally, and then I'll
Watch
soften
your
up to them
step.
later after I spent more time with them. I'm about halfway through. I do like an excuse to use my
Run.
bookmarks. I got 2 different bookmarks.
Watch your step.
Okay, I need to be careful not to blow myself up here.
Run. Run.
Oh, I totally whiffed my fear. It's a good thing we have a... What's it call it? I've never pulled it this far up before. Yeah, something like that. I think it's still tied together in a format and with like worksheets and stuff that would work really well for people. I don't think it's a bad recommendation. I just had underestimated how obsessively I've read every other book in that category. At a certain point, they're all kind of retreading the same ground. Every other popular book in that category, anyway. I'm sure there's tons that I haven't seen yet. Okay, we got loads of time. That's good. I'm going to make sure I watch for the boombots. So that one's going to be there. This one is going to be there, so we're fine in this corner.
Behind boss. Keep moving.
Alright. Keeping an eye on the robots.
Run out.
Your survival wasn't necessary.
There's a lot going on there. Okay, so that one's moving. Where'd they go? I lost him. It's not good. Oh, it's because they're not up in this face. I don't think. Now you see how that feels. I know, I was like, I feel like that was murder, but I was also like probably about to die, so like I'm just very confused. Because I was running out with the missile. I didn't want to drop the missile on the whole group. It's also not that hard to play the fight normally, I say, as a person who's about to die.
Your survival
Oh my gosh.
wasn't necessary.
That's not helpful. Wait for this. Alright, I'm up.
Behind boss. Keep moving. Run out. Behind boss. Keep moving.
Guns are going over there. We're gonna be fine in this corner back here.
My power
Behind boss. Keep moving.
Our agreement stands.
Okay. We made it. Not a whole lot of thanks to me. Alright. Thank you. Let's use this new Hearthstone. We got one checked off the list. I'd say we never have to do that again, but I'm gonna have to do it on Anthus. At some point. Okie dokie. Hi kitty, how you doing? If I'm gonna do another one, and I do have time, I should get my my other trinket on. The funny thing is that you're like, I mean, I guess I have them done anyway, but like you're rating for like what you've timed and whatnot. has nothing to do with how you performed in the group, really. So we're gonna put on our signet. And we're gonna see what else. I think I can do better than that. I think I can do better. So let's go into dungeons. We're looking for either a Floodgate or a Theater of Pain, and that's pretty much it. Chill vibes. Chill games, good vibes, waking up the juices. Yeah, okay. There's a Theater of Pain. Who's just done the 10. Waking up the juices. It's got the same energy as shaking out your bones. Alright, we're in. This is a new slate. Y'all do your 8 mask runs yet? You know it. Just get invited as DPS. It helps when you're 677. Trying to apply for a 10. I'm well overgeared for it. Three bosses today, 4 tomorrow, I think. Today's 12 to 3. We're going to... Floodgate. Some condensed testing, right? It was condensed and it's short notice too, but hopefully everything works. Hopefully it all functions nicely. They tried to condense testing in season 2 and then everybody freaked out and they're like, you're right, we're sorry, oops, and then they spread it out a little bit more. This time they preemptively apologized, so I don't think they have any intentions of spreading it out. Mythic is going to be next week, so heroic today, tomorrow, normal over this weekend, Mythic this time next week. Yeah, I got my trinket on. Got my cat. These guys here in the party chat are talking about 8 masks. Steam summer sale, 20 minutes. Anything you're hoping goes on sale? Holding out for? This monk's like, I just cake smash the bosses till like a touch of death. What is the last game you got? What is the next game you want to get? Ooh. Is there a way in Steam to see the last game that I got? Because I don't know, actually. Next game I want to get. I need them to make another Animal Crossing. Yeah, I don't know. That's hard. I'm so boring. I just play the games I have. People are like, oh man, have you seen this new game? And I'm like, no, and I don't want to. I must have got something. It's a shame because Slobby likes playing new games. A lot of rumors recently that we will get a new Animal Crossing this year. Yeah, I'll believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. Purchase history somewhere in Steam. Yeah, I'll take a look. Might be Enshrouded. I bought Enshrouded when it came out. Haven't played it really. Stick this in this window and then probably close it afterwards. Activity. I don't know. No, that's not right. Nah, I gotta kill Steam. Steam for some reason makes my computer really... And it's like, it's Steam. Calm down. End task. Happy with my new island for now. Oh man, I had started a fresh Animal Crossing island and I was like, I'm gonna play this to help get me through house hunting and moving, and then like I'm still living here and I've already kind of like stopped playing Animal Crossing. Top right account details. After this, if you remind me, I might poke around at it.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
I don't know how this is
1.
gonna go. Good for my heat wave days, yeah. Because normally they have me, my group has me mind soothe the pack on the bridge, and we go around and we get up on the thing, but that might not be the only way to do it. Let's see what he does. Oh, we're going. Basically the same thing. Maybe you can do it without the mind soothe. Maybe it's an ornamental mind soothe.
Watch your step. Frontal. Watch your step.
Okay, they do big damage. I'm doing pretty big damage too. I did 9.5 mil on that pole actually. At first I'm like, oh man, I'm last again, and I am, but that's just because that evoker did 16 million damage. I'm pretty sure I'm a charity invite.
Interrupt.
New expansion coming for Rimworld. Hopelessly addicted to that game. That's exciting. How about the new expansion? Maybe about the hopeless addiction? Depending on whether or not you need that in your life right now. I'm just trying to keep my life together, really. It's hard. Things are kind of a lot right now. And I know that they're a lot, and I know why they're a lot, and I'm trying to give myself lots of like space and grace to like, it's fine that you're not like, I don't know, doing awesome, because there's like temporary factors that are stressful for everybody. You know, there's nothing specifically uniquely wrong. It's just that like house hunting is really stressful, on top of other stuff that I can't really talk about. So it's a lot. But it's going to be okay. Oh, and then on top of raid testing today. And then I like just got Saturday news back, and I really want to not get late on them again. I really want them all to come out on time, 6 a.m. Saturday morning. It's just going to be spicy to get it together this week. But I'm going to get something together. It might not be as long. Hazel needs a trip to the Bahamas. Yeah, stuff I'll probably be able to talk about one day, but not, I wouldn't expect it for like a year or so. Oh, good things, just stressful stuff. I'm not having any babies, don't worry. That would be a secret.
Frontal. Interrupt.
I just realized I was like talking, and I was like, I realized just now how that sounds.
Frontal.
Should just get that out there. Not pregnant. Not that anybody asked, but just as a disclaimer. Not pregnant.
Frontal.
More of a 5-month thing to talk about. Yo, I think that physically, I think I could hide a pregnancy forever, because my favorite clothes to wear anyways are the most enormous baggy clothes. Emotionally, I could hide a pregnancy for about 13 minutes, and then I would be like, wah! I would be so whiny. It would be, you would know immediately. I would have to complain. You have a lower torso? Not that anyone can prove. Hazel, 2 years ago would be catatonic. Come a very long way. That's sweet of you. I actually got a lot done in 2022. I didn't think that I had. In my brain, I haven't really done any serious work since 2016. But I was like looking back over my everything. Uh-oh. And I realized I actually was very productive for like a year here after I moved in. Or at least relatively productive. Okay. Big Mama. Presumably we need to get these bots down. I know I need to kind of back up and avoid the bots. Scoots, thank you very much for the 61-month resub. So many months. Happy raid testing. Thank you very, very much. So many months.
My power is transcendent.
I was thinking about you recently, actually. I was like following a very long train of thought in my life. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was following a very long train of thought. And then I was like, man, eventually when I'm able to talk about this, I wonder what Scoots is going to say. NBA draft was last night. Oh, hang on. Should not read. Blazers drafted a guy from the audience. What? I know next to nothing about basketball. I know that it's basketball. That's hilarious. How did this happen? Is it a basketball player or are they just like really desperate for publicity?
Killads.
I did see that Scoots has been my YouTube updater in Discord. That's very sweet of you. I need to fix
Kill
the
Big Ad.
whatever it was that was posting them automatically. It's not a good sign though that I don't remember how I set that up in the first place. I'm pretty sure it was magic. I am worse than useless with Discord. Oh, I see. Okay. So it wasn't just like Joe Basketball, the fan. Tried looking for the app. Yeah, I mean, I set it up so long ago. It very well could be something that's just been discontinued since then, and I just need to like find something new and then pay attention to a tutorial of how to hook it up and then hope it just keeps working for a couple of years. But it's very sweet of you to do that in the meantime. QP Ranger 2, thank you for the 34-month resub. But Joe Basketball would be great at basketball. Oh, I need to be careful. If I die, it's going to be really embarrassing. That's not urgent.
Watch your step.
My power is transcendent. Share in it.
Well. But yeah, I don't use Discord a whole lot. I am like a granny when it comes to it. I can get into like a voice channel and I can call somebody. The text features are very beyond me. Discord got a lot of garbage over the years no one asked for. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard. Places want to be innovating. They want to be like ahead of the next thing and not behind it, so they'll throw a lot of stuff at the wall to see if anything sticks. Google's like that as well. Discord recently was like, we've given you a week of free Nitro and we bet that you're gonna love it so much you'll pay us after it's over. And I'm like, okay. And then it was over and I was like, okay. I don't think I used a single Nitro feature, nor learned really, especially what the Nitro features are. Yeah, they want to monetize. It's kind of hard where they kind of have to, because like obviously they spend. Oh, they probably want me to like mine suit. It's this one. They probably spend like a ton of money. You know, it's not free to run a service like that. And you get really high adoption, and that's great. But if you can't monetize it, then you're gonna go under eventually.
Frontal.
You can lose money for a few years and get away with it, but at a
Laser
certain
on
point.
you. Run. Watch your step.
They must get paid from games though for doing like those tie-ins of like the drops
Watch
and
your
whatever, like
step.
game promotion. Because yeah, you either got to get paid users or you got to get ads, or you got to do both. Okay, pray for me. I hate this fight.
Frontal. Target you. Frontal. Target you.
By Jove, I did it. I kind of forgot that it's going to go from his current position, not his original position. But we made it.
Target you. Frontal. Target you.
There are no more bombs. Luckily, these people are professionals.
Frontal.
My power is trans.
Okay. Whew. Also hate this fight. It tends to overwhelm me. Like I know how to do all the various things, but they tend to happen sort of on top of each other to a degree that I forget about one of them, and it's the end. Now this next fight, I know how to do it. It only really does the one thing at a time. It's just so hard that sometimes I can't do it. I find this next one easier to heal than it is to DPS because healers won't get linked. I'm not used to being linked,
Watch your step.
but I'm just going to have to pay attention, be careful. Hope it's over with quickly. Yeah, continue praying for basically the rest of the key. Because after this is Bubbles, and then after that it's Giesel Gigazap, and Giesel Gigazap Giga sucks. I said it, I'll say it again.
A gift of power.
Interrupt.
I'm assuming left is the default direction in which to run. That's how it is for my group. Left. Yeah, they're saying left. Okay. I'm probably going to stop doing damage to just run during the thing, to be honest.
Stack. Line. Gather.
I'm on the tank.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Stack.
Oh, I got lucky for that last one. I wasn't looking.
Line. Gather. Watch your step. Watch your step.
A
Should be
gift
fine.
of power.
Stack. Line. Gather. Watch your step. Watch your step. Stack. Line. Gather. Watch your step. Watch your step.
My power is
Okay, never mind. We're professionals. That was the cleanest thing I've ever seen. I mean, I didn't do top damage or anything, but I did some. I didn't die. Alright. Bubbles is coming.
Watch your step. Frontal. AOE incoming. Watch your step. Frontal. AOE incoming. Watch your step. Frontal.
Okay. Professionals. Did your part. Yeah. I didn't get anybody murdered, so that's good.
Frontal. Frontal.
my power is transcendent. Share in it.
Frontal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks. 88%.
Frontal.
Tanking this is going to be a project and a half.
Frontal.
This group is all people like 679 through 682, which I think is why this is going so smoothly.
Frontal.
My poor paladin is 660. He doesn't go to this school.
A gift.
This last fight is really stressful to heal. I'm interested to see how it feels to DPS it. Red's only 675 and destroys most everything. I mean, only 675. The 675 is pretty good. right up there.
Soon I shall have the power I require.
The power I
AOE
require.
incoming. Stay away
I
from
don't know if
lines.
that's like a reference to something or if it's in itself a thing that we've been referencing, because I feel like I've heard that before. Got lost in 40 seconds.
My power is
Defensive.
You dare pit your wits against mine?
Kite spark to water.
Try and die.
AOE incoming. Stay away from lines.
Oh, I lost my dots at some point. That's not good. Poor computer. This fight always does it in for some reason. I don't know what it is.
You dare pit your wits against mine?
Katie's around. She was here on my lap
Kite spark to
earlier.
water.
well done, mortal.
All right. Thank you very much. I did 3 million overall. Not a... You know what? It was fine. It's not bad. And I only have 1 dungeon left on my list. 1 to go. Yeah. and then I have nothing to do but tank. At least for triple threat. That's a Theater of Pain. And I could list it. Check the Steam purchase history? Yeah, sure. You wanted to know what the last thing I bought on Steam was? Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to update it. And then run it. I want to look at my vault. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a second vault slot anyway. I'll do 1 more 10, but there's no world in which I do 2. Maybe I should leave it for next week. So I get a vault next week too. Even if it's just 1 slot. What are the odds of me getting anything good though? Hey Hazel, hey Fibbin Gak, how you doing? Happy Thursday. So you said top right and you wanted account details maybe? Purchase history. View purchase history. Okay, so the last game I bought, December the 29th of 2023. I purchased Elden Ring. No, expert, I guess, is slim. Think of the fish in South of Midnight every time I say hello. Oh, I haven't seen that one. Before that, in November of the previous year, in 2022, I bought Castle Full of Cats for $2.69 USD. Worth it. And then in August of 2022, I bought and then refunded Stray because I didn't like it very much. Yeah, no, I have Elden Ring. I played some of it. Well, how many hours do I have in it? I eventually stopped playing it because I wanted to relax more than that. But I had some amount of fun. I have 15.4 hours in Elden Ring. So, it's not like I beat it or anything like that, but I noodled around a little bit. Dungeons and raids, find a group. They've done an 11 workshop, but not a Theater of Pain. That's the only 10 Theater of Pain key going right now. Sold a couple things. My key is a Theater of Pain. I just don't want to lower it and then pug it and then have it get smoked, but I also don't want to try it at 11. You know? It's tough. What are the Overcharged Delves today? Is one of them Sluice? No, it's not. Overcharged Delves are Skittering Breach and Kriegvold's Rest. Because I kind of want to do that too. I think they're pretty clearly waiting for not me. Otherwise they would have taken me already. So I'm gonna leave that be. Maybe do a do one of the Overcharged Delves. Weekday morning key groups tend to be sparse. Yeah. I got lucky with the first two. I got into two quite solid groups for Motherlode and then for Floodgate. So I was pleased with that. Let's go smoke through a Overcharged Delve, get a couple more Titan Dischards, huh? Working on getting my research tree capped out for my OC91 chariot. I'm here for another 52 minutes. So not forever. It's a short stream today, and it's gonna be another short stream tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna do this just on a nice one. Dagran's looking to get some training. I have 3 candles. Talk to him. Hello. Let's get some wax.
Grab one of those enchanted candles to stay safe from these shadows. Here we go.
I have to remember to loot stuff. That's very important. I have a bad habit of not remembering to loot stuff, and doesn't do you a lick of good when you're trying to collect Titan Dischards. The gold mount, though, I want to make sure I get it. Plus, it is kind of fun to start to run around in here once you have things. Like, I've got my 30% movement speed right now. Kind of adds up a little bit. Anybody over here? No? Kill everything feels weird, right? In love with Loot Raider. Or Radar. What did I use that for? I think I used it for a while on Underpin. It was just good damage. I like Bio Rocket Fuel. I have it on right now, so I've got 17% extra movement speed. I've got extra movement speed, and I've got extra haste or whatever, but that's not as important as the movement speed. The candles still hurt even on a 1. The candles don't really care how geared you are.
Hey, be careful.
Oh, shush, Brad. Can find something to kill. Yeah. Does that count? Yes, it does. Keep the biofuel stat going. Hate staring in every corner. Pardon me. I see. Pardon me, bug in my throat. My goodness. That makes a lot of sense. I've gotten a little too nonchalant about leaving candles behind, and now I'm worried I'm gonna run out. Hello, Legnaros. How you doing?
Smell that? It's treasure. I know it. We're close.
I am doing a little overcharged delve action, trying to get my overcharged delve tech tree leveled up a little bit. I don't do a whole lot of these, but I like to do 1 or 2 a day when I remember. Oh, I need to do a hoon as well, actually. Chance at some mog. And it's nice to do these when they're bountiful, so I'm also kind of like spending a couple keys to chip away at the bountiful chests opened achievement, because I don't really do much of that usually. So anything that gets me 1 or 2 here and there will get me get me that achievement done eventually. The great big key that you can have as a piece of transmog. Kind of nice. What are we doing on Titan Discharge? 95. Did you say hoon? A hoon! Hoon, H-O-O-N, is how my, there's a feature in Adobe Premiere, and I'm sure lots of other editing software now, that auto-transcribes what you say, and whenever I'm talking about a hoon the Frost Lord, it has no idea what I'm on about. That's how it spells it. It says, oh man, she keeps saying a hoon. Exhausted for the amount of work this week. Overall, still decent. Hopefully get some nice recuperate time coming up. But yeah, gotta get at least 1 daily Ahoon kill. Almost like Photoshop doesn't even play well. Oh, almost. Not quite enough. Heard Gahoon, and I thought you might be doing Mog runs of Uldir. I had to pull Gahoon so many times when I was just trying to do him for a Mog run. Remember when I was doing, like, I think it was June trading post? Maybe even May trading post. And I just, like, couldn't figure it out because I normally did it on Mythic and the rules were different. It's just so silly. Our run speed's glorious. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Leave any extra candles lying around? Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, I agreed I was going to go for the bottom of the tree. And then I was going to come back up and fill it out. It'll be kind of nice to get Enterprising Damage Dealer done. Then every little bit of progress I get, any key I can get through on my Paladin is one that I never have to do. Until the next time it's part of a Mythic Plus season where there's an achievement that I want. Theater of Pain should be fine. They put a lot of pylons in this room.
Watch your step.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think my 60% movement speed from biofuel is stacking with my... Well, I have 7% speed from my gear, and then I have another like 30% speed from... This is basically faster than mount speed, I'm pretty sure. 30% from the Titan thing. Titan Discharge. Very good. Remember the Portland bike ride event and how there had to be a fun name for it? All I could come up with is Command Cruise. Isn't really what I'm looking for. What, you don't like the naked bike ride? Why does it gotta have a pun? Why can't it just be what it says on the tin? Oh, the Commando Cruise. Commando Cruise sounds better than Command Cruise, which just sounds like a really boring Tom Cruise movie. See if I can get into anything. Might be kind of spicy. Barrel bike ride. What is a boring Tom Cruise movie? I haven't seen a whole lot of Tom Cruise movies. You cannot post a link. The bot won't let you, even if I would. You could describe what your link is too, and if people really want to see it, they can Google it. Other good pun names, but TOS, right? Well, if we can't get into a theater pain, you know what I should probably do, honestly? Yeah, let's cancel our sign up. Let's do the other Overcharged Delve. Skittering Breach, I believe it was. Here, I'm going to use my toy, actually, and see if I get lucky and if it takes me there. And then, I just want to, like, farm mog and hang out for a little bit. It's going to be, like, a busy day. We don't have to do another key. We've done 2. The idea is too funny to not have a punny name, at least unofficially. Even if the cause isn't funny at all. Did I get there? Yeah, lucky. Lucky, lucky. Saves me a little bit of runtime. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just the music changing. I thought my earphones died. I think I have Twitter blocked. I'm sure we'll find out about it at some point, though. Collector's Bounty? Also, it's not Twitter anymore. It's cursed. Shadow Realm entered. Over here. Blocking Twitter seems like a good move. It feels like I put something, like, really evil in a box and I'm just like, it can't hurt me if I don't look at it. This story's, like, kind of tough. I'm sure Wowhead will pick it up at some point, though. If I had to guess, I would say extra item drops at the end. Dungeon raid drips are doubled. Rare items have up to a 10x drop rate. One is 25x. Pre-Dragonflight leveling legacy mounts. I have Sulfurous. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to do some of that then. At first I'm like, man, I have all those mounts already. I farmed them back when they were cool. But I definitely don't have like Sulfurous made or anything. Bindings and stuff. Be good to do that. Sunwell. Yeah, like the old legendaries. That'd be good. That's cool. Pardon me. How are we doing on Titan Discharge? 52. Thank you. It's been a little bit noisy around the apartment building recently because I think there's a lot of the neighbor kids are like really excited about summer and stuff, which is great. But maybe one day I'll be able to sleep in a little better in peace and quiet. I say that like, yeah, maybe one day I won't have neighbors above me, but I might have neighbors like mowing their lawns, you know, at 4 a.m. like people do. Punk should be at school. Well, they're excited that they're not at school. They're all great kids. I've met them. I've met their parents. Lovely. Lovely neighborhood children. They're just having fun. Anybody who talks about how the kids are always on their iPads and they're never outside has not met the kids in my neighborhood. They're always outside. They're on their scooters and they're on their bikes and they're on their ramps and they're all over the place. I bet you that collector's bounty thing is gonna get a couple people riled up though, because if you farmed all those things before, it may feel a little cheap to have them given away, but also that's a feeling that people are just gonna have to get used to, because it's been done before and it'll be done again. Skateboards doing their kickflips, scooters and their tablets, right? Not really, I'm not annoyed. You weren't specifically who I had in mind. I think some people might be. I feel like you're chill about it. I'm pretty chill about it. There's a few things that I don't have that I would want to get, I think. long as they aren't hurting anyone, being overly loud, I don't care. The kids are the angry WoW players. Very not chill about it. Yeah. Which is valid. I don't want to make it out like that's not valid. It's totally valid. That is a reasonable way to feel. I get it. I always almost jump off that and die, and it hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna one day. Takes less pressure off the FOMO. Stuff that you can go back and farm later. I mean, there may be some FOMO for the event, because if you do go back and farm these things that they're buffing later after the event's over, it's gonna be way harder again. It's only gonna get easier for a limited time. July 1st through 29th, so basically the month of July. That's good, that'll keep me busy. So I need to get Triple Threat done before July. Because I'm farming after that. Depending on how many things I'm missing. Pre-Dragonflight Legacy mounts. I wonder which ones I'm missing. I must be missing some, because pre-Dragonflight is pretty far up. Like, BFA is in there.
Watch your step.
Nyalotha. I am going to have some mount runs. Time to start Karakta. I mean, maybe? It sounds more like a Dungeons and Raid drop thing, though. So many things start July 1st. 1 week from getting the skips for most of those raids. I have, like, a lot of partially done skip quests on my main that are just taking up my quest log. It's pretty funny. Yeah, Tombstalker, Nyalotha... Shadowlands as well. Sylvanas, Vengeance. Lots of stuff. Yeah, get all the season goals done right now. I'm glad I finished 8 Mask. That's something. Easy, yeah. Yeah, just do it. I was going to say before July, but it's already the 26th of June. What if I just crank out tanking 10s like tomorrow and over the weekend? We just slam jam out. We could do it if I accepted carries. If I just formed all the groups, giga stacked them. I would need to like source keys from people. Vengeance to me. There we go, 117. I think I'm gonna actually go to the entrance and buy another point. Put my time in trying for Invincible. It's never dropped. Partner got it without even knowing what it was. Oh man, that'll happen. That'll happen. Having to think about what I'm going to do next. Got the Wolf Mother from Org, Horseshoe from Stormwind Mounts. Nice! Congratulations! There's some great mounts in Horrific Visions. I was excited to get them all. Get them all cleaned up. Oh, man. Check one more time. No groups, okay. I was like, I was just gonna do Skullamonts. But if there was the perfect group and they were looking for me right then, I would have maybe tried it. Just knowing that I'm gonna try and rush to get the rest of my goals done. Where's Barnacles? There he is. Heatwave is over, so I can finally get more than one try in the 8 masks this week. Nice. Trying to get the last 3 masks now. Yeah, having the disc belt from Overcharged Delves actually I found helped a lot. I got some good mileage out of that. I'm gonna run Old Scalo because there's one more piece of Mog that I need that can drop in there. It's the Skeletal Knight's Buckler from the mini bosses at the end. Don't have it yet. Gonna do my best. Spend a nice casual chill 30 minutes here. Think about life. Run a dungeon. That's the one. Skeletal Knight's Buckler. Here, I'll even use a speed file. See if I can not get super lost. Whenever I haven't done this in a while, I always end up noodling around, like, not going the correct way for a while. Just, like, killing way too much trash. There's always so much going on in WoW. It's never gonna let up. Man, if I do move this summer, I don't know when, like, I'm gonna be missing something. I guess you're always gonna be missing something. You just have to do what you gotta do and then trust everything will be there when you get back. I feel like it's gonna take me like a whole week to move if I ever get to doing it. Which is funny, because last time I moved was bigger, it was international, it was during a hotter part of the pandemic, and I still did it in basically one day. But I had to do it in one day, because what are you going to do? Multiple trips? You gotta get the cat in the U-Haul and get on a boat. Hopefully you won't be missing high-speed internet. I should. I mean, it kind of depends on where we land, but I've been promised by some internet service providers that they should be able to provide enough for me to game and stream on. We'll see if it's true, but it's kind of like, what are you going to do? Make it work somehow. Looking for a Skeletal Knight's Buckler. In my mind, I have, like, contingency plans for what I'm going to do if the internet's not good enough to stream on as is. Like, there's different things you can try. You can scale down your stream. You can try to maybe look into satellite internet. You could, I don't know, pre-record more content. I would miss streaming if I couldn't stream, though. I think I would get a little bit squirrely. I'm just thinking in advance. There'd be a lot of moving pieces to coordinate. And it's hard because, like, you don't really know which moving pieces or where they're going until you, like, kind of have something. But it's not stopping me from trying to... My brain's just, like, always kind of chewing it over. Well, if you go here, you can do this thing here, and you can do this thing here, but it's going to be tough to get this thing out of here. We've seen a lot of places. I'm not doing very well at doing this in an organized fashion. Come on, buddy. One Skeletal Knight's Buckler. Nope. Didn't even drop me a blue. And we reset. I'm glad I got lore walking done, and I'm glad I got the new campaign done, and I got Horrific Visions done, so those things I'm caught up on. That's nice. Ahoon! Ahoon! I can't forget my Ahoon! Hang on. Hold on. We'll do more Golemons, but... Ahoon! Wait for me. I need stuff. Staff mog still. Are any of you guys done with the new collectibles from this? Like the 4 weapons and the crown? It's been dropping stuff fairly readily, but I have a feeling it's going to be kind of rude about the last pieces. I have a crown, 1 polearm, 1 staff, so I'm down. I need 2 more weapons. Got nothing today again. Trash pile mount. Yeah, there's a new one. Wowhead has a roundup somewhere of all of the new mounts that they've added to Horrific Visions. It's quite the list. Because they're from different... There's lots of different finicky things that you can do in the new ones. It's Panther. Yeah, that's the trash one. Reading Wowhead. Yeah, there you go. Got the crown of the blue polearm the first 2 days, and that was it so far. New staff of the polearm. Were there more? So there's 2 appearances, and they each come in staff and polearm, and there's also a crown. I got the crown. It's this one. Crown of the Frostlord. Oh, I'll show it in a sec. Whoa. Whoa. There we go. There she is. I don't know why it's stuck. Crown of the Frostlord. Look at me and my half-done Nerubian chitin still. This is so silly. I'm so lazy. I should do that before the expansion ends. I know there's another step after it too. It's not even the whole thing. It's just the first quest. Oh hey, I got into a group with Philliton. I got sniped. That's funny. Yo, Phil. Huh? What up, dude? Hello? It's me, Tony's brother. I don't think anybody else in this group's gonna be reading chat, but if they are, then they're getting a roleplay. On a Mythic Plus scale, ooh, where would you guys put 8 Mask on a Mythic Plus scale? It would be different for group versus single player. Group 8 Mask is gonna be a little tiny bit easier because you have more tools and interrupts and stuff. Solo 8 Mask, I would say maybe like a 12. I don't know. It's hard. It's tough. It's more about execution than throughput, though. Like, you don't have to do crazy damage, although it helps to do crazy damage. But you got to be really on your game. Yeah, he wants his Xbox cables back. Not the Xbox, just the cables. Can't plug it in. He can't have it till he pays me back for those calzones. Oh man, he's good for it though. Played Prop Pal, I feel like it's easier on my lower geared hunter. I did it on Shadow Priest and I kind of felt like it would have been easier on something else. But there's really something to be said for how comfortable you are in a given class, even if it doesn't have the same tools. And I was just a lot comfier in my Priest. What did I get? Oh, I got Spire of the Deep Chill, which is, yes, new. Perfect. Yeah, kind of like Mage Tower, exactly. I don't know what's up with my character preview. A bit strange. Anyway. I now just need, I'm pretty sure, 1 more of these guys. I have both of them in staff form, which is the important thing. In polearm form, I'm pretty sure I'm missing 1 still. But I wouldn't cry tears if I didn't get it. No tears. I would maybe let out a single boohoo. Boo. Getting a collector's bounty buff. Wait, is that next week? Oh, it is next week. I was like, no, it's not next week. It's in July. It's July 1st. That's not next week. Wait a second. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Wow, had posted pretty much says the same thing as the tweet. Good stuff. Okay. Do a nice little, see if we can get that skeletal nice buckler. Sometimes you click on Hazel's stream because you forget you're watching the stream. There's some streams where you can kind of sort of do that. If you're watching Hearthstone streams and the streamer has like a certain plugin enabled, you can mouse over their screen to like highlight their cards and read what they are. It's kind of crazy. The mini bosses hurt so much. In Horrific Visions. It's a WoW streamer plugin to see their build and gear. Oh. I must not have that. It doesn't sound like something I've done. You don't want to see my gear. Can't even start trying the bigger bosses. I mean, some of the mini bosses are just as hard to some extent. It's kind of tough. Sometimes you can be creative. If it's a sanity damage thing that's happening to you, you can try to get a proc a Gift of the Titans to immune some of that. But if it's just a damage thing, and I get it, because like my priest gets toasted. That is tough. Trying to get used to Gammon now, the elites hurt. Yeah. Yeah, the big thing with that, and I know you're not asking, so I'm just saying to the universe. And it's hard trying to count your nemesis spawn so that you summon him either like on his own or with 1 or 2 mobs. And he still hurts then, but like if you summon him in a pack of 8 and he gets an 8 buff of the Vengeance, he's going to be almost lethal. It can be really and you have to kite basically. It can be really important to try to summon him in very small packs, or be aware when you summon him, don't kill anything else, like kite it or CC it or something, and focus him down so that they get the stacks and not him. But like, yeah, if you're just summoning him in an AoE of stuff that dies, he can spawn with like 8 stacks and just absolutely decimate things. Go all King Kong. So Gift of the Titans procs when you kill a creature after your internal cooldown is up. So to proc it on purpose, you basically just wait a while, kind of an undisclosed amount of time. I don't know what the proc rate is. There are weak cores or add-ons that track it, but I didn't. And then you kill something. So you could be out of combat for a little bit, like traveling between areas. You bring a little mob with you over to the boss. You kill the little mob. That procs Gift of the Titans. Some bosses have something built in. It's really nice on Rexar. You kill one of his boars, and you're going to get a Gift of the Titans proc as long as you had given it a sec before you pulled him. And then on some bosses, like Umbric, it's basically impossible. I tried walking a mob up the stairs, and it wasn't happening. Sometimes the mob that spawns when you're below half sanity can help, but like that didn't work for me either. On Umbric, anyway. Even as a tanked, Hogger with 8+ stack starts to really hurt. I prefer Hogger to Gammon. Gammon's hard. Hogger you can kick his Enrage. The Elite and the Drag, not a mini-boss? The Elite in the Drag. Oh, the last boss. Or the Elite. The Drag can be very hard. If you get stunned by the stun cast, that sucks. Oh no, the Frost guy in the Drag. Yeah, he can suck too. Gammon will save you though. Gammon's stun can be lethal. Yeah, Gammon's annoying. He was always kicking my my vampiric, or pardon me, my Void Torrent. Hazel. Hi, Scarlet. Just get good, chicken. What do you mean I am good? I'm awesome at this. My brain is shuffling through various facts and anecdotes to come up with something to say next. Are you tired? A little tired, yeah. I'm a little worn down. I think I'm fighting off like a low-grade cold. Like I'm not sick, but if I skipped a meal, got dehydrated, and then missed like some sleep, then I would be sick for sure. PTR coming out 20 minutes? Hour and 20 minutes. I'm ending stream early though to give me a little buffer so I can like make some tea. Going fishing. Man, I love fishing, but I end up super dehydrated every time because especially if you're fishing somewhere without a bathroom, you kind of, if you stay really hydrated, you're going to have to leave sooner. Just don't get sick. Yeah, it wouldn't be very convenient right now. Nursing some mosquito bites that I picked up last time I went fishing. I hate them. Oh, skeeters. I would say they can bite me, but they did. Nice you know yourself that well. Yeah, I'll be alright. They moved the start time back? I thought it started at 12 Pacific. I'm going to double check now because I'm worried. One of us is wrong. Raid testing. Friday starts at 11. No, starts at 12 Pacific. Tomorrow it starts an hour earlier. We're good. I'm still ending my stream in 20 minutes, but that's so that I can make tea and stuff. Still have time to get this cloak. You can talk to the Wayfinder and he'll just give you one. He, like, by the Flascators and stuff, there's the Wayfinder Tauren, and you can just be like, 1 Reshi reps, please, and he'll just be like, here you go. Flabby told me that this morning. I thought I wasn't going to have a cloak. Well, you can also get it the old-fashioned way if you like. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let me rain on your parade. Don't know if I should be impressed at that or not. How many years have you been watching the stream, Scarlett? I know we've had you around for a hot minute. Yeah, we were talking a bit about the Collector's Bounty. Hammer's Vesper. We need a Skeletal Knight's Buckler. Wowhead, give me the deets. Wish I knew how long I've been watching. I mean, if you'd been subbed, you would have a sub counter. Just say it. First time PTR, found the vendor for gears. I didn't find Necker rings either. I ended up getting Necker rings off the PvP vendor. They're champions, so they're not as good. I'm just trusting they're going to scale up. Weapons are kind of iffy because I got a weapon, but Flabby couldn't because they had like special caster weapons on the Trinkator, but then they didn't have anything for Enhancement Shaman. But yeah, I got rings and necklace off the PvP vendor. I want to snatch my mount out of N'Zoth's eye. I can't take Carapace anymore. Following since November 2022, but started on YouTube. Yeah, I'm also surprised by how good the Legacy collecting buff is going to be. I thought it was just going to be like how in Mythic Plus Week they give you like 1 extra piece of loot off the last boss. I kind of thought it was just going to be an extra piece of loot off every boss. And I was ready to be good with that, but all pre-Dragonflight Legacy mounts. Bindings of the Windseeker and Bindings of the Windseeker. Warglaive of Azzinoth, Thordal, Star's Fury, which is what, the bow? Yeah, Sunwell bow. Double your chance for transmog loot drops, twice as many drops in general. Raids that have Legacy loot enabled, which is pre-Dragonflight content. Did I do everything? No, I missed one. Here, I'll drop the Wowhead link in chat. Follow wage persist through name changes. I'm not sure. Good few years. Thought we get an extra piece of loot from Legacy raids. Gonna farm Mog like a crazy person. It sounds like you will, but they're also like giga buffing the drop rates of mounts and legendaries. All the time walking content is excluded as our pets and toys. Pets make sense. The pets aren't that rare. If you 10 times the pet drop rate, people would be just drowning in them. Basically a list of everything I've already done. The collector's buff is active by default, but you can visit any innkeeper to turn it off or on again. Fascinating. Do you think that they're worried that there's some people that have been farming a mount for years at 1% and they don't want this buff because they think it's going to be cheating or it's going to take away that feeling of like finally getting it to drop properly, so they're going to turn it off and farm it anyways at a lower drop rate for the love of the grind? That's funny. Someone's going to do that. Not me. I know people that would do it. It's hard though, because like it's one thing to say that you would do it in principle, and it's another thing to have everybody else, like to have a button right there that would just crank the drop rate by 10 times. It's seasonal. It's only for a month, just for the month of July. Because like no one will know. No one will know whether or not you had the buff on or not when you got the mount. So you would almost sit out farming for the month of July if you really didn't want it. I don't know. Hazel. Yes, Scarlet. I ain't turning it off. Finally complete Skull months next month. Maybe. I'll probably try. I don't know if it's gonna work though. It's gonna be really funny because I'm gonna have like a bunch of legacy mounts to farm. I'm gonna have to make a list. I'm gonna have to make a list of everything that I want, and then it would be really funny if I spend the entire month of July just in here doing this, being like, one Skeletal Knight's buckler, please. Garrison invasion mounts. It sounds like... Well, I don't know, actually. It just says pre-Dragonflight Legacy mounts. I feel like it means instance mounts, but it might not necessarily. Yeah, because if it includes world drop mounts, then, hoo boy, we're gonna have a project. Yeah, true. Somebody out there is gonna be like, finally, after 5 years of farming Invincible. Not you. Maybe you. And then they're gonna kill it like as many times as humanly possible during the month, and then it's still not gonna drop. What pets do you buy? Any interesting ones? What can you buy that's interesting? Can't think of anything. All the most interesting pets are the ones, yeah, that drop, really. Yard. Buy any cheap ones, go to Zufu, see what's most used. I think she wants something fun, though. She's got the Zufu list. 500k gold. Burning a hole in your pocket. Yeah, old transmogs will drop more. Maybe I'll finally get ashes. Never drop for me. Yeah, I think this is going to be a really popular event on the whole. So there's the Skeletal Knight's blade. We have that already. Matches the buckler. Not the buckler. We're looking for the buckler still. Because 500k is almost 2 tokens. You could think about shop stuff that you could get for 2 tokens worth of gold. Steam servers seem fine for me. Someone already bought out pre-sulfuron ingots and prep for people getting Hand of Rag and needing to craft it. Ooh, interesting. You could farm in advance to grind those to sell them. That would be a gold making opportunity. That's cool. Slash art. Was it you? Necrotic Wake mount. Oh yeah. Shadowlands Worm mount. Are you missing it? Are you... The Necrotic Wake mount I think just drops, but there's also like the Plaguefall mount. Yeah. That one... Oh, I forget too. I remember I was like soloing the instance for it. But I don't remember any more details past that. Focus on keys now, and if I have time for 8 masks before July, August, we'll do more masks. I think that the nice thing about that plan is that you can get your disc belt juiced way up, and then you can try 8 masks with like all of the gear that you're gonna get. Did I kill Wowhead? Is it dead? Take my hunter. That's easy. Oh, are we going to be streaming Gamescom? Doubt it. I might be streaming during it, like watching the notes. We'll see. Found some dead links, apparently. So PTR raid, you log in, you make sure your character's ready, and then you join a group, either Group Finder, you can find groups on Group Finder and sign up for them, or raid chat, or like not raid chat, trade chat. You can advertise that you're looking for a group. It's kind of a free for all. It's a bit dicey. It's a bit exciting. I would say start early. Don't wait until 5 minutes before raid testing to try to find a group. Log on 30 minutes before. Start looking for a group. You don't want to be stuck without one. You don't want to be stuck with your last choice. And it can take a bit sometimes. Finally mentioned at 1K IO. Nice. But yeah, there's definitely public groups that will take people. That's basically what I'm going to be doing. Guides and the bosses out? Nope, not really. This is the first time people are seeing the bosses, so there may be some raid leaders may have looked at the dungeon journal and made notes ahead of time, but generally speaking, you just kind of pull it and try to like learn your best you can from the dungeon journal and from what happens, because this is the footage that guides are made out of. Have I touched a dungeon since I hit 1K? Absolutely not. I go in pretty blind. I tend to like I'll tab through the dungeon journal while we're waiting for the group to poll, but like aside from that I go in. Just wing it. Ask Gemini. Man, I've seen ads for that and it just feels so dystopian and icky to me. Just all of these people, like the ads especially, are like, they're kind of sad to me because they're people that have questions about like cooking or like how to handle like a house thing or like their laundry. And these are things that you would historically like ask people in your life. Or, you know, like Google it like a normal person. But like, oh man. I'm also kind of an AI disliker. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies. And it just feels so sad. Like this person could have, and I mean, I don't know, they could have been bonding with somebody, but it's easier for them to just ask the spooky robot in the phone who just like doesn't think, they just spit back at you. I don't know, it just, oh, heebie-jeebies. To happen in normal people's lives. Number 1 for me, Death Charges raids. Princess Cabeza kind of, we have Zymox at home. A little bit, yeah. A little bit for sure. Generative, you know what I think freaks me out about generative text AI? It is way too comfortable and confident at making things up. The way that it confidently presents things that are not true. And it's like, yeah, that's right. People believe it because people will believe anything that's presented to them confidently, especially if, oh, everybody's asking for this thing. And it will just so casually rip off lies. And it's not like it's maliciously lying, but it just freaks me out. Yeah. It's kind of a spooky era that we're living through right now with regards to that. I don't believe you that people will believe anything. Let's do one more run of Skull a month before the days wrapped up. But like, when it first started coming around, I was like, oh man, I could use this to like format emails or something. But then like I tried it and I thought about it and I was like, I would rather speak weirdly as myself. I'd rather like write this. I'd rather do it myself. I'd rather write a script, organize it, lay it out. I don't want AI to have any part of that. Like, there are applications for it, but generative text AI and generative image AI freaks me out. What are we doing? We're resetting. We're heading back in. I think there can be some application for generative fill, like when you just need more frames of an existing thing for like background or something like that, but also just like record better footage, like record for longer. It's not that hard. Otherwise, you're echoing what the AI wants and says, yeah. And it's really frightening to me that that's how a lot of people are learning to write. And that's what a lot of people are reading from, because your brain is really influenced by the kind of content that you consume and the kind of media you consume. And just trusting the fire hose robot to indoctrinate you is terrifying. I'm not gonna like get on a big high horse and be like, I will never use any AI in my videos, because I'm sure I'm already using AI to like come up with subtitles and stuff like that. Like there's certainly applications for it, and it's kind of worming its way into all software, whether you want it there or not. But you're not not about to see a ChatGPT video from me. I have seen Idiocracy, genuinely making people less smart. It's a bit spooky. But you can't live other people's lives for them. You can't tell them what to do and what not to do, or you can, but I'm not gonna. I just worry about myself. Worry about what I'm reading. And who wrote it and why. It's an MIT study that compared people who used AI versus not using AI for writing. Idiocracy is a movie. It's like a science fiction movie about a future where society becomes filled with very stupid people. My 20-year tour of high school, principal talked about how they use ChatGPT for questions in class, and I was like, WTF. Brain degraded over time compared to those who didn't use it. I mean, it's well understood that the things that you don't do in your brain become atrophied, and the things that you do in your brain become reinforced. That's established. And to some extent, like, your changes in your brain like that are going to be inevitable. Like, when people first started being able to write down maps a bajillion years ago and, like, use them and refer to them often, you didn't need to have as much of your brain dedicated to storing those things mentally because you were able to refer to them on paper. And to some extent, that frees up other faculties for other stuff. Like, when we can write down information, we don't need to spend as much time remembering it. When you have a calculator, you don't need to do as much mental calculation. But it's true that you lose something in that. And it doesn't mean that it's always universally a bad idea. But it's, especially now that it's so encompassing to have these tools think for you and not necessarily do it very well, it's not surprising that people are losing, like, critical thinking because they don't use it. You know, you have to use it if you want to have it. One Reddit post, guy was angry someone used AI to respond to an email, and the guy emailed back saying, it's not AI, I'm just autistic. Yeah, I feel kind of bad for people that, like, naturally format things in the way that, like, ChatGPT likes to format stuff, because there's definitely tells, but some people do naturally write like that. I'm a big fan of bullet points. And I've had to rethink my bullet point usage because it sometimes can be a big AI tip-off. ChatGPT loves to make a little bullet list. Yeah, machine had to learn from something. It's just, it's impossible to define what makes us human. And it's hard to feel like we're not losing something. All right, that was my last run of the day. We did not get my Skeletal Knights buckler, but maybe next time. I'll be back tomorrow for another short stream. Actually, tomorrow raid testing starts even earlier at 11, so I guess I'm streaming for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. It'll be a big day. I might just skip stream tomorrow, actually, and then come back on Saturday because between raid testing and news video, I don't think it's a good idea. So I'm going to just call it right now that I'm going to not stream tomorrow, and I'll stream Saturday, Sunday instead. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate the company. Might see some of you out there on the PTR raid testing. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.